Hey, I'm Orla from your Women's Gear Review channel, and today we are reviewing the shoulder bag from Stubble & Co. In this review, we have gone ahead and sectioned it off into summary, features, fit check. We're gonna do a wee water test, pros and cons, and then rounding up the video with some final thoughts. And of course, as always, if there is anything that we have missed about the shoulder bag that you would like to know, then just pop us a wee comment below and we'll be sure to get back to you. This is priced at £45 and it is made up of 600D recycled PET, which is 100% recycled polyester, 200D recycled nylon ripstop, coats water resistant zippers. So it just means that everything in here, when the water splashes on it, it is grand. So for the dimensions, you have a width of 13.5, a height of 19 centimeters and a depth of 5 centimeters. And you also have a 150 centimeter adjustable strap, and it is a weight of 0.2 kg and a capacity of 1.2 litre. Just for reference, I have this completely packed out if you wanted to know how heavy it gets. Not even a pound. It comes in 3 colors. You got the black here, you can get it in the green and the sand. In terms of the shape and style, I definitely feel like I would have preferred maybe the sand color, just a bit more brighter, but I do appreciate a black bag, so this is grand because then you can kind of dress it up and down depending. But the other ones kind of have a bit more of an urban feel to it. There is a bit of a boxy style to it, but enough flexibility with it so that you can completely max it out, and that's what I've done with this. So this is it packed to its fullest, but it still remains aesthetically pleasing. It has a nice flat bottom as well. I don't believe it sits up by itself. Oh, it does. Ooh. This is simple and to the point. It is just something different to your average kind of sling or even belt bag. All bags come with a 2-year warranty as standard against defects in materials or work craftsmanship. They do offer a 30-day return and they also offer international shipping. I highly recommend, if you are a fan of Stubble & Co and their products, then going over to our channel, just searching in Stubble & Co and a lot of our reviews will come up, and I would highly recommend checking out their crossbody bag of this kind of version. Same kind of material, just a different style. So let's get cracking on the features. So in terms of the branding, it is quite subtle here. I don't know if you can kind of see it depending on the way you shine it. You've got it here on the front, and you do have it embedded onto the zippers here, which I absolutely love. Their custom pillar zippers because it has like this little, like, it's a brill, but it just feels a little bit nicer and it kind of forms to your kind of fingers. Just those subtle details are... Then, as mentioned, this is your strap at 150 centimeters. You can just adjust it. Can't say I'm a fan of the whole seatbelt material thing here going on because this is quite chunky, but you can adjust it, and we'll get a bit into that a bit more when we get into our fit check. So moving on to the front, this is quite simple and to the point as mentioned, so we're going to get through this later. You've got this pocket in the front that isn't closed like with a magnetic close or a zip or any kind of closing. It is kind of exposed to an extent, but because the way it is, and because if you pack this up really tightly, there is no, you know, it takes a bit of a minute to get in there. That's why I've opted to place my passport in there at your own risk, because there is no back pocket here. So you might want to place it on front because then it's closer to you. You might want to place it in the main body of the bag, but as mentioned, this isn't like a magnetic close. This is just like a sheer kind of pocket here that just inside has space, which is handy enough if you have your phone, but you don't want the faff of opening up a zip and things like that. Then you can kind of shove your phone in there as well, or if you're feeling brave, then go for your ID. Okay, so moving on to the main compartment here, which is super nice. You've got these custom pillar zips, and then what I love is that when it opens up, it's got the 2 flaps on the side and the bright interior, which Stubble & Co always delivers, but I don't believe they have that in the sand and the other color. I think it's just the black that offers the kind of bright orange interior. Inside though, this just makes it super easy then to kind of see everything, especially if you are using this at night. Then I don't know if it is a reflective one, but it just gives you a bit more brightness. Inside, I've opted to place in my purse, a tripod, my mini one, my camera. I'd probably opt to pad this up if you felt like you needed to, but the bag itself is really sufficiently padded, so I don't feel the need to do that. And inside is some organization, so you have one thinner kind of pocket that you could opt to put pens in. I've opted to place some lip balm in there, and then beside that is another wee additional pocket. It kind of represents their organization that they have in their backpacks as well, so keeping in line with the little smaller pockets. And then you have your mesh pocket directly in front of that there, which has an elastic band to it, so it kind of suctions whatever you have in there. I don't opt to use that, but you can do if you prefer to have a bit of organization. And then you have a little puller which is lovely, and that opens up into your zip. And they've gone ahead and placed in a Key Lash, which is lovely. This Key Lash is a Carbina. God, I always pronounce that wrong. So you can detach this if you wanted to use this and attach it somewhere else. But that is just nice. I really appreciate the kind of hardware and detailing that has gone into this for only £45. It isn't like a pull kind of retractable one. It's just like stuck on like a short kind of seatbelt material. But as mentioned, you can take that off if you wanted to, and it's just handy enough to shove your keys in there and know that they are safe in that little pocket. And then inside is just space for you to play with. You can use the organization, or you can be a bit like myself and just chuck everything in. It is that easy, clean kind of style material. Now, I always notice with the kind of orange bright interior that if you do get a black, then it kind of appears up. But not to worry, that's not dirt, that's just the black like kind of seeping in to the orange. And that's that, really simple to the point. All the seams are really tapered tight here, so you're not having to worry about any water seeping into that. Then the kind of like back system is, there's no like pattern or anything to it. It is just the same material running throughout the bag. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability, and how this feels on the female body. So you could have it over your shoulder like so if you wanted to. I never opt for that, especially with these kind of thick straps. It does stay on well, but I usually prefer it like so, and you could wear kind of lower, a bit lower down, or you can kind of adjust it up to your own kind of fit. This is what it is like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". It's quite comfortable, easy to the point, really lightweight, so there is no real faff of it. And especially even with the seatbelt material, I'll just be aware if you are wearing like a thinner top, just the rubbing here on the shoulders. Some brands implement some padding, but I guess for £45 you can't really complain. It's absolutely grand and to the point. So for the water test, as you can see, the water simply does run off this bag, especially with the seams being tight. A thing to note though, this pocket, it doesn't have a closing to it, so it doesn't have a zip or anything. So if you have valuables such as your ID or phone in there, just be aware of that. And on the kind of seatbelt materials, this is where it is gonna just take a bit longer for it to dry. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pros are that it is definitely compact, to the point, it's urban, it is a reliable brand as well, and also that bright interior just makes all the difference. And the detailing that has gone into it for the price, it is definitely affordable and worth it. Although I can appreciate that this is not everyone's style and the kind of shape to it, I would highly recommend, as mentioned, going over and checking out their crossbody as well. And also just be careful with this material in heat, and if you do get any kind of like makeup on it or anything, it just takes a wee minute to take care of it and stuff, but it definitely just involves a little bit of cleaning. And they do have a care guide over on their website as well that you can check out on how to keep and maintain this material. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then why not consider joining the GBO community and hitting that subscribe button. If you do happen to have a wee nosy on their website, or you're thinking about purchasing this bag or any other bags, then we'd be forever grateful if you could use the links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!